good night. What I say, good night or good evening, fellow. Thank Don for joining in. Thank Bonds for joining in. I want to make an an urgent message, and I will be broadcast live from my Facebook and my YouTube. So either way, you should be able to get me live for this urgent communique. And here again, my name is Fonton Daniel. I will be speaking live here from the great state of Texas, here in the United States. If you just joined, please could you share? I know it's night time, many people will be sleeping. But those who are able to be awake should be able to get the message. And I want to thank all of you that are still awake. I'm sure you guys already exhausted with today's day's activities. Thank you, Abega, for joining in. Hello, how are you? Good evening. I know it may be different time in your area depending on where you are in your location. Thank you, Bon, for joining. Thank you, Don Dinga. Thank you for your wonderful, marvelous job with your art. That's so fantastic. And I deploy you for your excellent work. It's just few of you that are doing those excellent job. And I thank you, Don Dinga, for marvelous job. And it is wonderful. It's a pleasure having you here this evening. Thank you, Ahmad Bang, for joining in. Hello, Abego. Thank you for tuning in this evening, or it's nighttime here in the United States. I don't know where you are, so the time could be different. Hello, Dennis. So just give me a minute. I should be able to be done, and we should get the going. Thank you. Thank you all with a wonderful comment. Thank you with a wonderful comment. I'm so glad we are all together. But anyway, I just want to take a moment to thank all of you that are watching this evening. Here again, my name is Fonton Daniel. I'm speaking here live from the great state of Texas, here in the United States. I want to thank our fellow brothers that are back home, that our hope, our admirations is with your support, and that we stand with you together. Together, we shall be able to conquer our enemy. I want to take a moment to thank the United States Congress. United States Congress has exhibited a very excellent momentum to keep our ambitions moving forward. Remember, why I keep on repeat this story? Because our nation was never a colonial territory of La Republique. And La Republique is taking advantage to invade our home. That is the nightmare that I will never in any circumstances tolerate La Republique in our home. We simply invite La Republique as our neighbor, and we believe that working together could bring the benefit of both nations together. But La Republique believes in deep consciousness that we are a conquered territory. And that is why I am speaking this evening. Let La Republique understand that we are not a conquered territory of La Republique. We are a nation, and we will stand up together, and we will defend our territory. I want to take a moment to thank the United States Congress for immediately enacting the policy that is going to be implemented. We have asked La Republique one more time, leave the Federal Republic of Ambazonian, and immediately and unconditionally Release all the citizens of the political elites of the Federal Republic of Ambazonian that are under your custody. You can choose to ignore this message, or you can choose to act upon this message. But the choice is yours. But it is a matter of time. All those advisors of La Republique, it is a matter of time. You can choose to act upon it, or you can choose to ignore it. Whatever you choose, that will act upon you. But it is plain now that you dwell upon the point now and immediately act upon it and release all those you are held hostage. All of those, the cabinet, Seseko and the 47 others that are under your control. You have no legitimacy. You have no legality. You have no to hold our people under hostages. When your nation, when La Republique was granted independence, Southern Cameroon was not part of La Republique. And when La Republique was granted independence, Southern Cameroon wasn't. And so we have asked you one more time, release all those that you held hostages. It is a matter of time. And those that are called, those accomplices, whoever they are, including your defense, including all the high level of the generals of La Republique, remember, it is a matter of time. And when those times, and if you can remember what happened to Kosovo, I'm sure history is a reflection that we must learn history. And history reflects us what happened in the past. But since you think you are both history, then history will emerge not on your side, not on your terms, but on the Federal Republic of Ambazonian terms. We have asked you one more, release all those under your custody. The acting president, the member of the interim cabinet. But I want to take a moment to thank the United States Congress. I want to take a moment to thank the U.S. Department of Defense. I want to take a moment to thank the U.S. Congress. I want to take a moment to thank the U.S. Senate. I want to thank the White House and permanent representative at the United Nations, Nikki Haley. I want to thank the Secretary of State for these great nations. I want to thank all the entire government of these great nations for their relentless support for the people of Federal Republic of Ambazonian. I want to thank the Great Britain too, because they are also forging ahead and ensure that peace and security reign in the people of Southern Cameroon. But before I move forward, so it is painful to see that the military of La Republique lack coherent mental stability to make sound judgment. I spoke about a doctor that was shot in front of a medical doctor that was helping patients and was shot in front of PMI clinic in Kumbo. This doctor was shot live in front of PMI, in front of the clinic, and that she was administering services to patients. And that doctor was shot alive by the very damn military, the worst military that lacks civility, lacked respect for human dignity. And that was the worst behavior that one can imagine. And the military of La Republique, that we have asked them to unconditionally pull out of Southern Cameroon. And today again, I am going to be talking about Gerard. Gerard is a Catholic that could have been potential become a priest. He was shot in front of a church that he had no weapon. He was simply serving his church at the Catholic Church in Bamising. This guy has no weapon. This guy was simply coming in a church. Imagine in a church that they have no weapons. He was simply just an innocent as any other person that one may find. But he was shot alive. Gerard lied in a cold-blooded, like a cold-blooded. And he was bleeding. And he was bleeding by the forces of La Republique that shot him and that he has nothing to do. He was simply an innocent and had the great potential to become a priest. That was his duty. That's the work he loved. He served the Catholic Church with all the love and hegemony. But today, his life has been cut short by the brutal Republic military in the Federal Republic of Ambazonian. I can assure Gerard that the prayers, that the spirit that has called you early, down the time that you actually needed. But we stand with you, that the voice of the people of Southern Cameroon, the voice of the people of Ambazonian will stand with you in spirit. Wherever you go, remember that you are ahead of us, but while we remain behind, we will never leave your spirit. We will stand with you together. We will fight until we make sure that what you left behind, that we have accomplished our mission. I can assure you, Gerard, I can assure you that even though you were just 19 years old, you've been called short by the enemy of our territory. You have been called maybe for another duty. And now you were shot, just 19 years old, in front of a church, and you have no weapon to show that you were about to attack anybody. But because of the spirit of the people of Ambazonian, we will stand with you, we will walk with you, we will believe in you, and we will continue to pray for you that you will have a safe passage wherever you go. But I want to take the brave men of the people of brave men and women of Bamali and Bamunka, Jakiri. These brave men and women, they were able to encircle the terrorist army of La Republique, and they were able to crush those terrorists that have been destabilized our peace and tranquility. I can assure you, people of the Federal Republic of Ambazonian, that we stand together, that our nation will never be a colony of La Republique. Wherever you are, we stand together, and that we all in the diaspora stand with you in one spirit. We stand together that we will never allow La Republique become the enemy that will come control our territory. We must fight. We must face the enemy. We must tackle the enemy, because we were never a colonial territory of La Republique. We simply invite La Republique to our territory. We invite them like any other brothers. And unfortunately, they have different mindset. And because of their mindset, they think we are their slave. But now the people of Ambazonia has risen. We have risen, and we will no longer become a colonial territory. We will face the enemy, and we will defend our enemy. Fellow brothers of the Sabga, fellow brothers that did a wonderful job at the Sabga here. You did an excellent job. Those of the Bamunka, those of the Jakiri, those of the Bambili, those of the Bamungo, those of the Bamlikumbat, those of the Bafanji, Babesi, Small Babanki, Baba One, Baligashu, Bamising, Balikumbat, Bambalang, Bamungo. You are in the victory. We are in a stage of victory. We will never relinquish our territory and allow the animals of La Republique to become the grazing land of our territory. We will stand together as one people. I am asking fellow diaspora, if you haven't been part of this momentum, I can assure you that it's time we face the enemy. Our brothers are doing excellent work. Then we have to dig our hand into our pocket and support our defense system. And that we need to let La Republique that we were never a colonial territory of La Republique. And that we must unite. We must work in harmony. We must defeat the enemy. This is the era. And those who are eating on the plate of La Republique, we have warned you time and again that this moment is the time that we will never be romancing with those individuals. We have asked you one more time and again, those who are romancing with La Republique, that our territory belongs to the people of Ambazonia. It doesn't belong to La Republique. And therefore, any individual that is collaborating with La Republique, you are making an error. And we have asked you one more time, you need to give up La Republique. Either you choose to do so, but those who choose to ignore this warning sign, We were going to be sacrifice you on behalf of our territory, because this is a moment that we have determined that we will no longer be romancing with La Republique. Fellow brothers of the Bambali, those of the Sabgahi, they were able to demonstrate that spirit of togetherness. We stand with you, we the diaspora, and all of us in the diaspora, and that we must stand united more than stronger before, because the enemy is having different strategy. But however, with the spirit that we all have, we were going to be able to conquer the enemy. Fellow brothers and sisters, Bamunka, Bamali, we are together. Jakiri, Sabgahi, Babli Kumbat, Bafanji, Babesi, Small Babanki, Baba One, Baligashu, Balikumbit, Bambalam, Bangolam, and Bamisi, and any other area of the entire Ngokuntunja and Kumbo. You all need to work in collaboration. Once you get the idea that the terrorists of La Republique is going to be approaching, you all need to form a defensive system, immediately get the enemy, because the enemy is fortified their own defense system. But we are fighting with the spirit that we will never invite them to come to our home to teach us how we should live our life. We simply invite La Republique to our territory, just like any other neighbor you may invite it. But unfortunately, they churned, they thought they are smart. But this time, we are going to let La Republique know that we are smarter than they do. And we will no longer be romancing with them. And those of the Kumba region, those we know we lost a series of brothers in Boya, in Ekona, but you need to stand up with the full spirit. We need to reinforce and re-embark on our strong spirit. And we need to energize again. We need to reform ourselves and let the enemy know that we have formed a more defensive system. We are strong. We are strong as one people. We are together. We will never be a colonial territory of another country. But because we have a strong spirit and spirit of togetherness, we will be able to overcome our enemy, and we will face them all with a strong challenges, and we will meet them wherever in their point of agony, and we will gonna beat them as we do, as the people of God, the people of Saga did. The people of Saga did a marvelous job, and they encircled and ransacked those enemies. And so once you notice that the enemies are approaching, you need to prepare yourself and face the enemy. We will be strong because our spirit will no longer be broken down by any individual. For those who choose to stand with La Republique, we have asked you to leave our territory and reside in La Republique. But if you choose to reside in our territory, you must respect the people of Ambazonia, because the people of Ambazonia is now a sovereign nation. They will no longer be romancing with La Republique. And once you see La Republique in our territory, you know you have just seen an enemy. And let them know that we will no longer welcome them. We will welcome them as a neighbor, not longer as a brothers. They cannot be more coming to our home to invade our property, destabilize our women, destabilize our children, destabilize our peace and tranquility. But we must rise and let the world know that we were no longer in the slumber, that they should come and smash us at will. Fellow brothers and sisters, we know we have lost many of our brothers and sisters. We know some of our people are living in the forest. But this National Day celebration that we all exercise has shown that we are more stronger than ever before. We have demonstrated to the world community that our spirit of togetherness will never in any circumstances be unshakable. And so you will join with me this evening, and that we stand with our Ambazonian defense system. Wherever they are, whatever name they have, they stand together with us with one spirit. I want to define those who choose to create enemy amongst us. I say here this evening that our spirit is not because of the enemy. They are enemies that are created to destabilize us. But I can assure you that we are more stronger. Our bonding will be unshakable. And that we will stand as one people, unified, and will never be defeated by any enemy. As we stand together, and nothing will be able to shake us. Our spirit is strong. We will be more energized than ever before. And why I am speaking this evening, I am not going to take much of your time, because I know you have a work to do tomorrow. But however, if you have not been part of this momentum, I urge you to join, because you may be heading behind, because our spirit is moving ahead. I want to take a moment to thank one of our brothers. He's young as 19 years old. He was murdered. He was hoping to become a priest in the Catholic. But unfortunately, La Republique cut short of his life. But we will stand with him in one spirit. We will pray with him, and we ask God to forgive those who have take off his life. But however, we are together in this business. Join me. If you haven't been able to participate, you can inbox me. We will have way that we can be part of this business together. This spirit, I can foresee our spirit dying again. But together we can overcome. Fellow brothers, are you together? Because I am moving ahead. Babili, wonderful job. I want to thank you for the marvelous job. Once you see the enemy, immediately inform our neighbors that the enemy is around. Those of the Bamunka, once you see the enemy, immediately give signal that the enemy is around. Those of the Sabga Hill, if you see the enemy, immediately notify that the enemy is around. Those of the Jakiri, those of the Bali Kumbat, those of the Bafanji, those of the Babanki, those of the Baba One, those of the Bali Gashu, those of the Bali Kumbat, and those of the Bambalam, Bambulam, Babising, they are not left out. And those, well, all those in the Mezan, the entire Upper Ngemba. I know Santa has been romancing with La Republique, so it's time we let Santa know that we will no longer be romancing with those CPDM. This is the moment for the spirit of the people of Ambazonia. We will not be romancing with the people of Santa that has chosen La Republique. We are people of Ambazonia. We will no longer be romancing with those who choose to romance with La Republique. We have asked one more time. It's time to relinquish the bridges that link you with La Republique, because the spirit of the people of Ambazonia will no longer be compromised by any individual. Whether you take this serious, whether you don't. But however, we shall come after those who choose La Republique, because this is the moment for the people of Ambazonia to be free. We need to cut the link and eliminate La Republique out of our images. And so the spirit of our people must stand one and know. Hello, brothers and sisters. We are together in this business. So we are giving warning for the people of Santa that have chosen to romancing with La Republique. And at this moment is not a time that we will be romancing. For those who choose to be romancing with the CPDM, I have asked that CPDM has been banned out of the Southern Cameroon. Any images, whether it's a grandstand that have any effigy of La Republique, should be burned down, because it doesn't represent the people of Ambazonia. We will no longer be romancing with La Republique. If any effigy of La Republique in Southern Cameroon territory should be immediately eliminated, because the spirit of the people has overcome. We will no longer take any injustice. Our people must be free. We must be able to have a government that represents our people and our people only. And so all the buildings like the Congress Hall, all those things need to be eliminated. So once you, if psychology says eliminate the stressor, whatever creates pain and feeling, and so our pain all, that they keep on provoking us. Any effigy that have any effigy of La Republic need to be eliminated in the entire Ambazonian territory. Begin from the southwest. Begin from the southwest. Go over to Bangem, to Manfe, and to whatever area that within the Ambazonian territory. We need to get rid of them so that we start building our spirit and the spirit of the people of Ambazonia once more. I want to take a moment to thank all of you and for the spirit that we stand together. We shall overcome. We will no longer be romancing with La Republic. Our independence is the God. We were never a colonial territory of La Republic. We simply invite them to our home, and they cannot become the sole controller of our home. We need to get rid of them. I want to take a moment to thank all of you. Have a wonderful good night. God bless you.